Okay, so I'm going to do a video on what's actually inside of this. So I'm just going to start taking it apart. So just remove this. It's just stuffed like with garbage. Like I just didn't have that much. So just have like some stuffing from what was inside of the antenna and then just garbage. Because I didn't really have anything else to use. This is what's inside of the head. This is the e-cigarette, so you can just screw it off. The nice thing about this, you can just screw it off, put a new one on that has some in, and then just replace them like that. And then it has a little LED up here to make sure that the vapor can be seen. And then of course for eyes, I just used two red LEDs. They're literally just glued to the can with like Gorilla Glue and hot glue because I didn't really have a better way of doing it. And these stalks are just made out of pieces I cut off of the protein or the whey powder container. And in the front, I have the buzzer here, and it's just under the shirt. So that's where it makes all the noises from. Oh, not all the noises. Lastly, there was, for a presentation, there was actually a second Bluetooth device here. It was just a Bluetooth speaker, like a circle, one of those cylindrical speakers, and it was here, and it would play the sounds that we recorded for the toy. So let me take off the costume. So before I show what's actually in the costume, I'm just going to show, this is what I stuff. I like just stuff with garbage. Here's more bottles. And the feet. Just cans and more garbage. So, that's that. And right here, I just cut a hole in the top so that I could feed the wires down, and that's kind of where all of the electronics are. So let me start off by, so it's used an Arduino to control everything, and the only thing I have on the breadboard here with it is this Bluetooth module. This is actually a Bluetooth device, and you would connect to it on the Bluetooth settings on your Android phone, and then the app would interact with it by sending some signals to the Arduino. Also, it's hard for me to show this. Actually, if I can get this off. Oh, it's just tangled up in here. Okay, well, I'm just going to try to show what these are. So there's two of these boards here that I soldered, and they consist of I believe it's a 10 kilo ohm resistor going into the base of a NPN transistor, and that goes into this relay, or one, I guess, side of the relay, and it creates a circuit. And this diode here makes sure that the circuit with the the pin that the Arduino, the pin that's attached to this board from the Arduino is protected, because the relay does have an inductor in it, so it could actually like end up sending current back into the Arduino and damaging the pins. And then these two, I believe it's these two ones. Yeah, these two leads go to whatever device is hooked up to it. And I actually have two of these, like an exact duplicate of this board, another one inside. And so one of these is hooked up to the e-cigarette, and one of them is hooked up to the pump that pumps the air out. And yeah, it's just, I believe they are hooked up to 8 and 7 pins, digital pins 8 and 7 on the Arduino. And so I could just, it was easy as just setting digital writing a pin to high, and that's how you would turn on either the pump or the e-cigarette. So the way I did it made it really easy to actually program it. The other way of doing it, with at least with the motor, would have, and actually the e-cigarette would have been to use a motor driver. Like, let me get it out. Like, okay, I have it here. Yes, like this, and a motor shield for the Arduino. And I actually used this at one point, but you could just plug in the e-cigarette to here, and since it's sort of a separate circuit from the pins on the Arduino, it didn't damage the board, and you can like send up to 12 volts into here. But I decided to do it like this because I wanted to learn how to use relays, and I didn't want to, I guess it wasn't really necessary for what I was doing with the shield, because I'd only need to turn the e-cigarette and pump on or off. I don't need to like turn them backwards or adjust how much power is going to them. So yeah, that's basically how the hardware worked.